They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
Back to Dillon on first down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a third down throw, and misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion to bring up fourth down.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start the drive with Cook. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now here's the option play going left. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Vikings are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, it's King. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. This forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard after the 49.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Fields now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Dillon. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Treston Ebner, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's taken in by Smith-Marset. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 2, Tannehill. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Tannehill going to get this out quickly. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Cook. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And now a sneak, Tannehill. And he will have the Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try the middle with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Cook again. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. To throw is Fields. And he'll find Pittman. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run it again with Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. They got 29 yards on top.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. Creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Right there, hurt.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was blocking up to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Tannehill now to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Throwing right, and that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Cook. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They try again with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point put through by Suckum. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Dillon up the middle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and held him up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back to throw. Fields. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football.
They'll stand there defensively. They cross the 3rd and goal. First one, I think there'll be a passing situation. And then they make sure to look at the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd down and 4, Fields. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Here's Fields. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pull it forward, the one to get to him and drop him. Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He's got Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yards. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the